Hello and welcome to another tutorial on Metroun Learning. Today we'll take a look at Metroun AI and 5 prompts that could greatly increase your efficiency and productivity in work. Before we start, we feel it's really important that you understand what AI actually is. ChatGPT came into fruition early 2023, Bard came out last month. Metroun AI is a tool that focuses on quantity surveying and construction elements. Just like any other AI model, it will give you the best possible answer. So it'll either know the answer and it will tell you this is the answer, or it will give you the best possible, in essence, guess. So ChatGPT does that, Bard does that, and Metroun AI does that. So it's really important to take this as an estimate, as a guide, but not as gospel. So this is a tool you can use for building up a certain estimate, but I would not use this for submitting a tender or submitting a compensation event or a variation. Go to the suppliers, speak to them on the phone, and find out what the accurate, up-to-date prices actually are. Okay, today we're going to look at 5 different prompts. We're going to look at a what question, we're going to look at a how much question, an explain question, a convert statement, and a write me an email statement. So the first one we'll look at is what clause of the JCT design and build contract would I find relevant events? Please specify the clause number. So we know it's clause 2.26. There we go. So Metroun AI is excellent at finding the clause is of the JCT and the NEC contract. So clause 2.26, this clause specifically deals with relevant events. Now we can ask for more information. Please explain more. Metroun AI is very, very useful because instead of scouring through the contract and trying to find relevant events, you can ask it a question. You know it's 2.26. You can go to clause 2.26, see if it relates to relevant events. If it does, you know you've got the right clause. If it doesn't, you ask it again. Are you sure that's right, Metroun AI? Is it clause 2.26? It'll go back, it will scour the database, and it might come up with a different answer. So here we go. Here's more information on clause 2.26. The next question we'll ask it is how much? So how much is topsoil, we'll go per tonne, in Cornwall in the UK. Now, a couple of days ago, I looked at a cost for topsoil in Cornwall, and it's around about £45-50 per tonne. The cost of topsoil per tonne, it can vary on varying factors. It's saying that it can't get you real-time information, and it recommends reaching out to local suppliers. We can ask to please provide me an estimate. So here it's telling you that I don't know the exact price, and it's saying go conduct your own understanding. But we can ask it, we can override it, please just provide me with an estimate. There we go, it's saying between £40 and £80 per tonne. So the price I got was around about £45-50, but this depends on quality, it depends on quantity, it depends on delivery, it depends on a multitude of factors. So again, it's saying here's the price, but go out to your local suppliers, search for the current prices in your area. The next prompt we'll ask it is please explain. So we're asking to explain the difference between retention bonds and retention. Now, if you want a more detailed understanding of retention bonds or retention, go over to our courses page, and there's specific courses for retention and construction bonds. So here it should tell you what retention is. There we go. It should tell you what retention bonds are. It should tell you the difference as well. So here it's saying a retention bond is a common practice where a percentage of the contract sum, I'd say, is typically between 3 and 5%, but Metroun AI and other models will say between 5 and 10% is withheld. And retention bonds are more of an insurance. So it's saying the key difference here is a portion of the payment is held by the employer for retention, whereas with retention bonds, a financial guarantee is provided by a third party. So more of an insurance there. So the contractor would still have to pay for that retention bond, but it's more of a guarantee for the employer. Now what we can do here is we can clear, so we get a nice fresh start, or you can carry on the conversation. So the next question we'll ask it is to convert 10 cubic meters of aggregate base course into tons. So we might have a tonnage price for aggregate base course, but we might not have a cubic. So certainly we'll need to know the specific weight. Well, that's what I'm asking. Can you provide an estimate of the density to calculate. Now I know it's between 1.5 and 2 tons per cubic meter. There we go. It's 1.6, they're saying. So approximately 10 cubic meters is around about 16 tons. But again, this is just an estimate. Look at the actual density. Go to specific companies as well. But again, it's a really, really good estimate. If you want a quick, easy answer, you can come here. And the final question we'll ask is to write me an email. Write me an example early warning email using the correct NEC clauses. Now we know that with early warnings, clause 16, I believe, it's clause 16, if my memory serves me right. Again, you can go over to our courses and do a whole course on early warnings. Again, there we go. Fantastic. It's saying clause 16. It's giving you an example here using clause 60.1. So again, you can open up the NEC contract, whether you've got, I don't know, any NEC3 contract, and you can go to the relevant clauses and find out, okay, clause 16.1 is early warnings, clause 60.1, the 60, I can't remember exactly, would be a compensation event. So again, bringing both of those clauses in, it just directs you to the correct clauses, or at least the correct area of clauses. So if you found that useful, head over to metroun.co.uk. Metroun AI, the courses, the QS Dictionary, and the construction calculators are all for Metroun Learning subscribers. To sign up, it is $179.99 per year. Now, if you are a business owner, or if you do any type of training, you understand that training staff works at around about £2,000 per year. So for $179.99 per year, you get over 25 hours of formal CPD on release. So if you're watching this in a year's time, there'll be over 40 hours of CPD on there, maybe even over 50 hours. You've got Metroun AI, QS Dictionary, and construction calculators. Metroun, a commercial hub to your business.